Hey YouTube, it's petey twofinger, and I'm here to talk about Delta 88. So, we had an unbelievable busy day. Part of this is with the gas prices rising. We try to plan things out. So, it was a weekend, and we were going to go hit the uh, community college and have our taxes done for free. And we were going to do some food errands. We were going to hit a liquor store and get some mighty fine wine. I mix wine with water, and I drink a little bit of that. I'm not supposed to be drinking so much alcohol, but I still need a little bit to help me out and help me sleep. So I have this sweet red wine that I dilute with water. We went and picked that up. Then we went to the dispensary to get some Delta 88 weed, and we're going to be talking about that. We also went to a zoo and we hit some resale stores. So I got some pictures of the zoo. Maybe if you guys don't mind, we could take a look real quick. I know you're here for the weed, but let's take a look at Zabutis. Here's Zabutis' friend. He's a nice Zabuti. He's a red-tailed hawk, a native of Illinois. This is Zabutis' friend. He fell in love with my wife, or she. I think this is a girl. She was enraptured, speaking with Gopti. My wife would not stop talking. I believe she was giving eyeliner tips about her makeup that she wears. Absolutely stunning creature. Look at that. And then we have Bob of a cat. This was my special friend. I gave him a secret code Kitty Blink. I know how to blink my eyes and communicate thousands of words and knowledge with mere minute number of eye blinks. I know the secret kitty code, so I communicated with him, made him aware who I was, and that I was friends with Kita. So he knew I was cool. I took off running. It was so cold, and here you can see Gopti caught up and took a picture of him, and he's still he's still looking at me. Gopti said he would not take his eyes off me. It was freezing cold. I felt so bad for this owl, wise old owl who knows where all the mices sleep. Very wise, knows the secrets of the universe, how to fly a UFO. And then we have my weed hat. Got my came with a chef from South Park, so that was a real surprise bonus feature. And what a day, what a busy, busy day. Here you can see this hat was 99 cents at the resale store. I went and bought 10 grams of Delta 88, which is a new kind of weed. Yeah, we're not going to get a good focus on, Chef. So this is my weed hat. I normally wouldn't wear something like this, but I fell in love with this. I'm gonna be like Billy Sheehan. I'm gonna be like Vape Nash, which not wasn't a fan of that. It was him sticking his rear end out. Anyway, Delta 88. So weed is illegal federally. It's legal by state law, but federal law, it's still illegal. Well, that's not the case because some scientists went into a secret laboratory underneath Virginia, and they went and burrowed it up and whipped it up and did their science, and they came out with a genetically altered plant that produces a different chemical. We have THC, which is what's the active ingredient in our weed, and that is the Delta 9. This is Delta 8, yo. And there's that legal loophole, but it also does not give you a head high. It doesn't. All the effects of marijuana, which are like get you stoned and like where you're drunk off of it, or it's gonna, if you smoke the weed that comes out now is like 23%. And when I was smoking weed, it was more like 5%, I would say. Um, and this new weed, like I smoked 3 hits upstairs. This guy was living here that was a dealer. He was a musician. I actually went and jammed with him a few times, but that guy had weed and he invited me to imbibe. I took 3 hits and I had to get out of there. I thought I was going to die. I thought my heart was going to stop. It was really, really bad. Of 3 hits. So when weed became legal, I didn't buy any right away. I waited a while, and then I thought I should try it because I have this chronic pain and I'm taking these opiates. So another thing I wanted to bring up real quickly, my nails are tore up because my nails are ingrown. All of my nails just grow on my hands way into the side where they're not supposed to be, so I have to like score it from the top, score a line on the side where I'm going to cut and remove that part, and then I'll flip the blade over and go underneath and cut it out. Then I'll pry it to the side so I can get in there and grab it with this needle nose, and I'll pull it, grab onto it and pull it up, pull it out of there, and then I'll come around and flip it and rip it out of there. And usually there'll be some skin, which is a cuticle that has to be removed. You have to do it after you do each one by one, you pour alcohol in it. And boy, that hurts. It's not fun. If you wait, let's say you do them all and then do the alcohol, they'll be infected. And they'll get like matter, like a lot of crust, and water will come out of it, and it'll hurt really bad. And it'll take another like twice as long to heal. If you do that alcohol right away and then apply, when you're done, you apply ointment, and I will cut a strip of paper towel and wrap it around and then cover that with tape. I make my own Band-Aid. So yeah, that's what's going on. And I will accelerate, which means drink alcohol quickly. I will still water my wine down, but I'll accelerate that. And if I've got any, if I like to use a little weed too, because it's really painful to cut these things out of yourself, and it's very hard to do, especially quickly. Like you can draw it out into a 3-hour thing, but then you're going to drink more and you're going to have a horrible hangover. But you do need to be pretty buzzed to do this. I do. I can't do it straight. I can't do it. So the weed idea is for chronic pain relief, and also my senses, the way I react to music. If I smoke pot, the music is twice as powerful. It's more hypnotic, and the effect that the music has on me is greater. Like it'll turn a normal song into an unbelievable song. Like it's, and it kind of depends on the music too. But the other day, I realized that my weed supply, I had bought 1 gram for $16. Then I bought 2 grams. Then I bought another 2 grams. And this is, and now I'm out. I have 1 gram left. And that's since weed became legal. So I've consumed 5 grams in 3 years. Now I used to smoke 7 grams in 4 days, and that's when it was $40 for 7 grams. The Delta 88 that I got was $30 for a quarter. And back in the day, it was $40 for a quarter. And this stuff is 23% THC. And it doesn't, whatever the THC is, it doesn't get you stoned. It's not like this head high where you're, like it's really hard to describe. But I really like it. Now I overdid it. I put a pinch in this pipe, and how I smoke, I use this little water pipe. This is a metal thing to cap it off. I always will burn incense for the sake of my wife. She really doesn't like. This is a modified gator clip where I soldered a safety pin on the other side so it stands level. And the idea with this is you'll take your incense and you'll only burn a little bit. You just burn what you need. So I'm all about conservation, and I like you can see just by looking in this thing, if I wouldn't have used this, all of that brown stuff would be in here. So this is a smart way to do it. And typically, well, always, I purchase this stuff called mullein. Mullein is a smoking herb that does not have any psychoactive. It's just mullein. It's like drinking water when you smoke this stuff. So I will put the mullein in and tamp that down, and then I take the powdered weed and lay a tiny amount of that. It's just one layer over the top of the mullein. And then I put 2 more pinches of mullein in there and pack it down. That gives me a full pipe, and that way, just like I pour water in my wine, it's the same thing with the weed. It drags out my supply of weed. So that's how I've been doing it. And now I discovered the Delta 8. I had read about it. This new kind of weed that doesn't give you a real powerful high, but it has all the medicinal benefits. And see, that's the thing. When I had the new weed, even with the mullein and the water pipe and just taking a tiny bit, it still was really blew me away every time I used it. And I'd rather not have that. I'm not going for that. So we go to this place, and it's like a bodega. It's like a smoke shop. They've got water pipes and bowls, lighters, cigarettes. There was really no candy in there. And then in this case, they have big glass like mason jars with this purple wind or purple, I don't know what, purple something. And then lava cake. And it was $15 an eighth. So I walked in there and I'm like, I have this information written down. I know the guy thought I was a cop. I come in there like this and I open this thing and I'm like, yeah, lava cake, purple gas, yeah, Blue Dream. So 709 West Lake Street in Addison. That's this place is there, and it's $15 an eighth, which means that's 3.5 grams. So $30 for a quarter, and I was paying $40 for a quarter when I was a kid, and the weed was like 10 times less powerful. So this is like a lifetime supply for me. I'm gonna have to put it in the freezer. And I said to the guy, how much would it be to get 3/8? And he was like, 45. I gave him a 50. He gave me $1 and a handful of change back. It was like $48.20 or something. Like normally there's all this tax. And I think that's because it's weed. This doesn't have that because it's Delta 88, yo. And I smoked it, and it at first maybe it seemed like it was a little overpowerful for me. Like I didn't miss anything. Like it was fine. It just didn't. It wasn't like as intoxicating, But I got all the pain relief. It was awesome. And the other thing, weed unlocks this gateway where music sounds better. That happened okay, here's the thing. Me reading about all this stuff online, looking for prices and looking for deals, because I always try to find an unbelievable deal if I am going to go out and spend money. They were talking about these different strains and how this one will make you energetic, and you'll want to clean your house or get a lot done. This one will make you sleepy, but it kills all the pain. So I was like, and that's called indica, and they had it. they had Delta 88 indica strain. So that's what I got, and I gotta tell you, it worked so good. The pain and my nerve problem, even helped with my teeth. Like I felt great, and the reaction with the music, I could not believe how great we sound. My duo. I was watching our live remote jams, and I went back. I watched all of them for the past 3 or 4 years, and I just could not believe. Oh shit! There was a battery being charged here that we forgot to take off the charger. Thank goodness the charger has a auto shut off. So as far as what and I don't, forgive me for not knowing all about Delta 88, because I don't know all about it. But my initial experience, and it was weird. We went in there. I talked to the guy, talked about addiction and stuff, and how that business, the legal weed business, is investing their money into testing psilocybin to heal PTSD and people who are screwed up, and addiction too, because I know that's part of it. The guy who wrote the Blue Book, which is Alcoholics Anonymous, he took acid, and that whole thing was a huge part of how he was able to stop drinking. Anyway, that's next. There's already a place in Chicago called Field Trip, where they use ketamine, which is a dissociative like PCP. It costs a real lot. You got to have real good insurance, but they'll let you come in there and they'll hook you up to a machine and give you ketamine. And the next is psilocybin, and that's the active ingredient in mushrooms. So you're going to be tripping. You're going to go to a place and legally take a psychedelic. So I'm excited about all that stuff because maybe, I don't know, are they going to look at stuff like DMT and why it's like people take it and think that they're getting healed all the time? That they could maybe make some medicine and extract whatever that is, so you don't get all goofy, but you get the healing, just like with this Delta 88. So I was real excited about that. It worked out really well for me. I'm not going to start smoking every day or even every other day. I'm gonna treat that with respect, because I don't like being addicted to stuff. But I'm probably going to be wearing my weed hat, and Chef's going to be looking out for me. Chef's got my back. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I got another one about oleocitrate orange, which is probably really boring. But you might want to check out my John Wayne movie reviews. I got another one to make today before I run off to the dentist. So you guys take care of yourselves. Stay warm. Hug your pets. And peace.